You know that sound? Some days you love it, some days you hate it. The closing bell of the New York Stock Exchange today. Overall, kind of a wash. It started off as a rough day for the stock market, but the Dow ended really rather flat.
The S&P 500 and NASDAQ are also, well, relatively flat. To talk more about this, let's bring in Dan DeFrancesco. He's a finance editor at Insider. Dan, what was driving the markets today?
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. And like you said, a pretty relatively flat day. I think maybe people are waiting to hear about the Fed, which will come next week. So kind of a little bit pause and wait to see. The biggest news, I'd say, is probably 3M. They announced that they missed on earnings, and also they're laying off about 2,500 of their staff, which equates to about 2.6%. 3M might not be a name that many viewers are familiar with, but it's the people that are behind a lot of the products you use every day, whether it's Scotch tape or Post-its or even, pieces of products that you do use. So the fact that they had a bad beat, yes, and masks, of course, So the fact that they had a bad beat, is kind of an indication of, unfortunately, maybe where the economy is headed, because they deal with a lot of consumer products. And then, a big winner on the bright side is Bed Bath & Beyond, which, if you're a big fan of meme stocks, you're a big fan of Bed Bath & Beyond, which is kind of grappled the Reddit community. And it was back big up today, despite, the company really signaling that bankruptcy is a real reality for it. People keep pouring into it. So
yeah, we've seen the meme stocks play out. That play has happened before, and it usually ends in tragedy. But let's hope, for the sake of Bed Bath & Beyond, that's not the case. Dan, I want to get your insight into a technical issue that happened at the opening of trading today. It led to more than 80 stocks being briefly halted. What more can you tell us about that glitch?
Yeah, I mean, for a relatively flat day, this was a crazy start to it. So in the opening, when New York Stock Exchange, for the stocks that are listed on it, it does its opening auction. And there was a glitch that led to about 80 stocks, give or take, with a market value of about $6 trillion. So these are not penny stocks, right? This is McDonald's, this is Walmart, this is Wells Fargo. Massive price movements. So one example is Uber, and this is all over the course of seconds, right? Was down as much as 16% from the price it closed on Monday, and then up as much as 14%. The term that maybe some of you have heard before is flash crash. I don't necessarily qualify that as this, because it was a little bit of a glitch on the part of the exchange. The halts were put in place and everything was sorted out. But I think a lot of the traders, whether they were actually physically on the floor or back on the trading desks, they definitely got a sense and a lot of fear of like, oh man, are we going to go through this again? The most notorious flash crash was back in 2010, which again saw massive price spikes over the course of a few seconds because of some algorithmic trading. Not necessarily the case here, but definitely gave a lot of people a big jump early in the morning.
Now, Dan, something else that happened today on tech was the DOJ announced they're suing Google for violating antitrust laws. What impact could this have on the tech industry at large?
Yeah, well, I think big picture, this is kind of more of the same of what we've seen, which is the Biden administration taking a real hard stance on big tech, right? Whether it's Apple or Meta or Microsoft, you've seen a lot of suits and a lot of action taken against these. Google, has previously come under fire from the DOJ for some of the stuff around search. Now, this time it's advertising. Again, people might not know or not realize 80% of Google's revenue comes from ad, and the case being here that it's essentially a monopoly, right? It controls too much of the ad industry, and that's not good for competition. Google's perspective is, it's because we're so big, we can streamline things and we give opportunities to smaller businesses. But it's been a tough go for Google and big tech in general, but specifically Google. They announced layoffs last week, impacted 6% of staff, lost about 12,000 people. And then in addition to that, a lot of people weren't happy with how layoffs were conducted. So it's been a tough go for Google and for big tech in general.
Yeah, that's also why I think the 3M news is sort of interesting, because we've heard so many of the layoffs coming from the big tech companies to hear. Right, a manufacturing company that's known for just having its fingers in lots of different areas of our lives. It's very interesting. All right.
Yeah,
Dan.
I mean, is that something that you foresee, Dan, that it's going to start spilling into other industries? Or maybe, the fact that 3M, as I mentioned, they manufacture masks, there have been changes in the kind of products and the demand for them after the pandemic?
I think it's a really good question because you talk about like, with FTX, you hear a lot about the contagion effect, right? Of how one goes down and it impacts a lot of others. 3M's exactly that. It touches so many different areas and deals with so many other products that this impact, the fact that they're, predicting a difficult 2023 and the fact that they had to cut so many jobs, it could be an indication of more pain to come for a lot of other people that's maybe outside of that somewhat insular world of big tech.
All right, Dan DeFrancesco, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.